The pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye, has been a subject of fascination for millennia, blending the realms of science, spirituality, and mysticism. This tiny, pea-shaped gland located deep in the center of the brain holds profound symbolic significance across ancient cultures and esoteric traditions. It is believed to be the bridge between the physical and metaphysical worlds, a gateway to higher states of consciousness, intuition, and spiritual enlightenment. Anatomy and function of the pineal gland. From a biological perspective, the pineal gland plays a crucial role in regulating circadian rhythms by producing melatonin, a hormone responsible for sleep-wake cycles. This gland is light-sensitive, influencing the body's response to light and darkness, which is why it is often linked to cycles of awareness and subconscious activity. Recent research has uncovered additional fascinating aspects of this gland. Photoreceptive properties. The pineal gland shares morphological and functional similarities with retinal photoreceptor cells, suggesting an evolutionary link between the two structures. Neurotransmitter production. The gland contains all the necessary enzymes for synthesizing dimethyltryptamine, DMT, a powerful psychoactive compound often associated with altered states of consciousness. Bioelectric properties. The pineal gland exhibits piezoelectric and piezoluminescent properties, potentially allowing it to respond to electromagnetic fields and generate its own light. Ancient symbolism and the third eye. Across various cultures and spiritual systems, the pineal gland is associated with the mystical third eye, a symbol of enlightenment and expanded perception. Hinduism and the Ajna chakra. In Hindu tradition, the third eye corresponds to the Ajna chakra situated between the eyebrows. This chakra is believed to govern insight, intuition, and spiritual wisdom. Meditation practices focusing on this point are said to awaken latent psychic abilities and deepen one's connection to the divine. Ancient Egypt and the Eye of Horus. Egyptian mythology links the third eye to the Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection, healing, and higher knowledge. The anatomical resemblance between the pineal gland and the depiction of the Eye of Horus in ancient carvings suggests a deeper understanding of this gland's spiritual significance. Buddhist and Taoist traditions. In Buddhist and Taoist traditions, the third eye is the mind's eye, representing the path to enlightenment and transcendence of ordinary perception. The practice of opening the third eye is essential for reaching higher states of consciousness and unifying the mind and spirit. Numerous passages across various spiritual traditions symbolically reference inner vision, enlightenment, or higher perception. These references are often interpreted by mystics and esoteric scholars as descriptions of the third eye or spiritual insight. Here are a few notable examples. Jacob's encounter at Peniel serves as a powerful metaphor for spiritual awakening and the activation of the third eye. Jacob wrestling with the angel is described in the book of Genesis, chapter 32:22, 32, also referenced in the book of Hosea, chapter 12:3, 5. A man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. He saw that he was powerless against him. He struck the socket of his thigh, and the socket of Jacob's thigh was dislocated in his struggle with him. He said, "Release me, for dawn is broken." He said, "I will not release you, except if you bless me." He said to him, "What is your name?" He said, "Jacob." He said, "Jacob will not be said as your name anymore, but Israel, for you struggled with God and with men, and you are capable." Jacob asked and said, "Now reveal your name." He said, "Why is it that you ask for my name?" He blessed him there. Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my soul survives. The most direct connection to the third eye lies in Jacob's naming of the place Peniel, or Penel, which translates to face of God. Esoteric traditions associate this directly with the pineal gland, the physical counterpart of the spiritual third eye. Jacob's declaration, "I have seen God face to face, and my soul is preserved," is viewed as symbolic of opening the third eye and attaining divine insight or cosmic awareness. Hinduism, Vedas, Upanishads, and Tantras. Bhagavad Gita 11:8. But you cannot see me with these physical eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my divine power. In this passage, Lord Krishna grants Arjuna divine sight to perceive his universal form, symbolizing the opening of the inner eye to transcend ordinary perception. Shiva and the third eye. Lord Shiva is often depicted with a literal third eye on his forehead, representing spiritual wisdom, destruction of ignorance, and inner vision. The eye is said to open during times of higher consciousness or enlightenment. Buddhism, Dhammapada and Sutras. Dhammapada, verse 285, cut off the five, abandon the five, and develop the five. One who has overcome five attachments is called one who has crossed the flood. This metaphorical teaching is often linked to spiritual awakening and transcending material limitations, which some associate with the opening of the third eye, representing insight and detachment from physical reality. Lotus Sutra. The Buddha speaks of the eye of wisdom that allows one to see the true nature of reality, distinct from ordinary sight. This eye symbolizes enlightenment and higher understanding. Christianity, Bible, New Testament. Matthew 6 verses 22 to 23, KJV. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. This verse is frequently interpreted by mystics to symbolize the third eye, with a single eye representing inner spiritual vision that brings divine illumination. Luke 11 verse 34. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eyes are healthy, your whole body also is full of light. This echoes the idea that spiritual insight, represented by the eye, leads to enlightenment and purity of being. Ancient Egypt, Book of the Dead and Symbolism. Eye of Horus, _ The eye of Horus is a powerful symbol of protection, healing, and divine insight. Some esoteric scholars equate the eye of Horus with a third eye, as its shape closely mirrors the pineal gland structure in cross-section. Islam, Sufi mysticism. Quran, 2400 hours 35. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of his light is as if there were a niche, and within it a lamp. While the Quran does not directly reference a third eye, Sufi mystics interpret passages about divine light and inner vision as pointing to spiritual enlightenment and the awakening of higher faculties of perception. Taoism, Tao Te Ching and Internal Alchemy. Tao Te Ching, Chapter 10. Can you cleanse your inner vision until you see nothing but the light? This speaks of purifying the inner faculties, often linked to the concept of the third eye as a tool for perceiving the Tao or universal truth. Gnostic texts, Nag Hammadi Library. The Gospel of Thomas, verse 50. If they ask you, what is the sign of your Father in you? Say to them, it is movement and rest. Gnostic writings frequently reference inner knowledge and divine light within, concepts that align with the esoteric idea of the third eye as a source of hidden wisdom. Mystic and esoteric associations. Mystics and esoteric thinkers have long considered the pineal gland as the seat of the soul and a direct channel to other dimensions. René Descartes famously described the pineal gland as the principal seat of the soul, suggesting that it played a role in mediating between the spiritual and physical realms. This idea resonates deeply with mystic traditions, which view the third eye as the organ through which visions, astral travel, and divine insight are made possible. In esoteric circles, activation of the pineal gland is believed to unlock latent human potential. This activation can lead to enhanced intuition and perception, a heightened sense of awareness, and the ability to perceive energies beyond the visible spectrum. Lucid dreaming and astral projection, the capacity to consciously navigate the dream world or project one's awareness beyond the physical body. Clairvoyance and extrasensory perception, ESP, the ability to receive information beyond ordinary sensory input. Scientific exploration of pineal mysticism. While scientific research on the mystical properties of the pineal gland is limited, emerging studies in neurobiology, quantum physics, and psychedelics suggest intriguing possibilities. DMT, dimethyltryptamine. Some researchers speculate that the pineal gland may produce DMT, a powerful psychoactive compound responsible for mystical and near-death experiences. Although the extent of this claim remains debated, DMT's association with altered states of consciousness reinforces the idea that the pineal gland may facilitate access to non-ordinary realities. Crystals in the pineal gland. The discovery of calcite microcrystals within the pineal gland raises questions about its potential piezoelectric properties, the ability to generate electrical charges in response to pressure. Some theorists propose that these crystals could act like natural transducers, receiving and transmitting electromagnetic information from higher dimensions. Techniques for activating the third eye. Various spiritual traditions outline practices aimed at awakening the third eye and enhancing pineal gland function. Meditation and visualization. Focusing attention on the space between the eyebrows during meditation is a common practice to stimulate the third eye. Visualization of a bright indigo light or geometric patterns is believed to activate this center. Sun gazing, with caution, limited exposure to natural sunlight during specific times, such as sunrise or sunset, is thought to nourish the pineal gland. However, this practice must be approached carefully to avoid eye damage. Sound frequencies and mantras. Chanting specific mantras like Om or listening to frequencies aligned with the Ajna chakra, such as 963 Hz, can facilitate the opening of the third eye. Diet and detoxification. Reducing fluoride intake, consuming foods rich in antioxidants, and incorporating herbs like turmeric and cacao are believed to support pineal gland health by decalcifying the gland. Breath work, pranayama breath control exercises, especially those focusing on the flow of energy through the spine, are said to stimulate the pineal gland and enhance spiritual perception. Signs of third eye activation. Individuals who experience third eye activation often report pressure or warmth in the forehead, a sensation of pulsing or tingling between the eyebrows, increased synchronicities, a rise in meaningful coincidences, and intuitive guidance, heightened awareness, greater sensitivity to energies, environments, and emotions, expanded dream activity, vivid dreams, lucid experiences, and encounters with symbolic imagery, challenges and precautions. While the pursuit of third eye activation can be rewarding, it is not without its challenges. Rapid or forceful activation may lead to psychological imbalances, confusion, or hallucinations. Spiritual traditions often emphasize the importance of grounding practices and balancing the lower chakras before attempting to awaken the third eye. Conclusion: the pineal gland and the third eye remain enigmatic yet profoundly compelling subjects that bridge the gap between science and spirituality. Whether viewed as a biological regulator of sleep or a mystical organ of higher perception, the pineal gland invites humanity to explore deeper layers of consciousness and unlock the hidden dimensions of existence. By engaging in ancient practices and exploring new scientific frontiers, seekers of truth continue to unravel the mysteries surrounding this small yet powerful gateway to higher awareness.